Hi everybody. I put together this little presentation to share with you guys today, just to kind of help you navigate things in the course and understand where we're headed. So here we go. First, let's talk about what you will be doing in the course. So the pathway to your future. Number one, you are the driver of this course. You will get out of it exactly what you put into it. You will read a lot. You will research a lot. And you will write a lot. You will be challenged. Some of you have probably seen that already if you submitted the survey and I responded. If you have time to look that over, please do, because I want to have a discussion about it. You're going to be doing a lot of writing, and by the end of this course, hopefully you know how to edit yourself and make things at least close to perfect before you submit them. There's no assessments. You will not be taking multiple choice assessments in this class. Instead, you will produce materials to use in the future, such as resume, cover letter, thank you letter, things like that. You will create projects to share with your peers, which means, yes, there will be presentations. You can either video yourself doing it at a time when it's quiet for you, or you can join us in class on Friday, and that's where you'll present through Zoom, okay? And you'll also hopefully meet some influential people. My goal is to have some folks from the community join us from the business world and college world to kind of just do a Q&A, let them present themselves and where they come from and why you should know about it. So yes, we definitely would like to have some guest speakers as we go along throughout the year. In lieu of college visits, we can't do college visits this fall. We might get to in the spring, which would be really sweet, but we are going to do some virtual college tours. And hopefully I can get one or two people to call in to a Zoom meeting from one of those colleges so you can ask questions. Remember, this course is designed to help you improve in areas where you struggle. If you want to go to college, if you want to get a job, anything you want to do after you leave high school, it's pretty much all on you. So you have to know how to communicate effectively. And that's basically what you're going to be doing a lot of in this course, is learning how to communicate in various forms. So in addition to helping you improve in your communication, you're also going to create and prepare for the future that you want. Any questions? What else do you want to know? If you're watching this video, it means you couldn't join me in class today virtually. So just drop a question in the stream on our Google Classroom. Post any question there and I'll be happy to answer it. Or you can text me or email me. All right, so let's talk about the overall structure of the class and what to expect. So in the Google Classroom, you'll see your assignments listed weekly. So up at the top here, I have Friday, 9/11/2020. That was our first day of school, and up until yesterday and the day before, you didn't have any other materials, but now you do. So just know that I will be using a date range for everything that I'm offering up. Could be a week's worth, could be 2 weeks worth. Depends on what the topic is and what we're working on and how much time I think you're going to need to do it. The materials that you need, if you look at this little purple dot here, you will see it looks like a piece of paper with like a little tab on it. That means that those are materials to help you learn whatever it is you want to learn. So when I upload this video for you, you're going to see a tab just like this, and it's going to say Navigating Pathways, video recording. That way you know that that's the recording from today. And you should watch it if you're in the least bit curious about what we're going to be doing in this class. all year. Other things that might be included in the materials section would be YouTube videos about a particular lesson, lots of articles for you to read, not too much textbook material, but PowerPoint presentations, any type of reading or video material is going to have a little circle like that next to it. Those are the materials to help you learn what it is that I'm teaching you or that I want to convey to you. The other type of circle that you'll see is this one. Looks like a little clipboard with lines on it. Those are for assignments. So you will know that that is something that you have to submit if it has that little icon next to it. Hopefully by now you've done the survey and you've done the best advice for life after high school. If not, please do. Today is Wednesday, so we will not be meeting again until Friday. So hopefully you'll join me Friday in your specific time slot, whether it's in the morning or the afternoon, for live class, because we're going to be moving into the next section, which you'll see I've already posted, is a SWOT analysis. And I'll explain more about that on Friday. So this is what your competencies and benchmarks look like. You have a copy of it. I went over it very briefly last Friday, but it's a tool that's always available to you. The bold headings, P5, professionalism, I can adhere to professional norms, blah, blah, blah. That is the competency. That is the ultimate question or task that you have to be able to do. Underneath that are benchmarks that you will earn that will help you to reach that goal. It's a sort of a mini goal. In this particular competency, you have 3 benchmarks underneath of it. And I'll explain a little bit more about the progression of earning benchmarks when we get to the next slide. Because you're not just going to earn a benchmark and then be done with it. Like I said, most of what we're going to be doing in this class is learning how to communicate effectively in many, many different forms, whether it's speaking, writing, sharing documentation, essays, you know, any type of work, type of communication that you need. It's social media. We're even going to talk about social media, okay? So learning how to communicate effectively in many, many different ways is going to be super, super important and what we're going to focus on in this class. So here's an example from one of your benchmarks. And this has to do with writing. So one of the things that we're going to focus on is the quality of your writing. So when you first start writing, like you did the survey, you should have done the advice where you're typing in the answers to the 3 questions that I posed. So you probably at this point have a basic idea of what you can do. I can make sure my communication is neat. If you're typing into the document, it's definitely neat. You're not writing it by hand. I can write incomplete sentences using proper punctuation, which is huge. That's basic. That's very basic. You have to go through 3 more steps to get to competent. You have to, you're in the learning phase. I can make sure my communication is neat and easy to read. I can write incomplete sentences, and then you add something to that. I can proofread my communication to find and fix spelling mistakes, and that is huge. I chose this one because I've noticed that this is a big problem for teens these days. You're not alone, because we text so much that we shorten things. We don't write out words completely, or we use slang. And when you're using professional communication in any form, whether you're speaking it or writing it, you definitely need professional speak. So once you've mastered writing incomplete sentences using proper punctuation, and then moved up to being able to find and fix your own errors. Then you're at this emerging stage. I can proofread my communication to find and fix typos and spelling and punctuation mistakes. So you're bringing all those things together from basic and learning. And then once you can do that, your goal ultimately is to be competent, right? But why stop there? Why not reach for highly competent, or in some cases, as you'll see in your rubric, there's an extra column, and that's for collegiate level. So if you are saying that you want to go to college, then you probably want to shoot for that collegiate level if it's available. If not, you want to shoot for the highly competent, because that's just you putting more effort into it to get the most out of it so that you're as prepared as possible when you move on to that next phase of your life. Okay? So I just wanted to go over that a little bit with you so you kind of understand the steps that you're going to take. It might take you a while to get to competent, but that's okay, because all year long you're going to be practicing, I promise. We're going to be writing so many things, and we're going to communicate with each other in so many different ways that you will eventually hit competent. And once you hit competent, then your next goal is highly competent. All right, so more questions. Are you still confused? Are you more confused? What else do you want to know, and how can I help you? Drop me some questions or responses to this video in the stream in our Google Classroom. And let's take a trip to our Google Classroom right now. All right, so, no, I'm recording. So here's our classroom. This is the stream I was telling you about. I posted a little note for you guys today. A reminder that I'm here all day online waiting for you to join me in Zoom so we can go over this PowerPoint together. But if you weren't able to make it, you'll have this video. But here you go. You can share something with your class. And it can be to everybody or just particular people. It doesn't have to be to everybody, okay? It's up to you. You can choose just me, or you can post it to all students. If you do that, that might be a good idea, because that way others can see what questions you have, because they might have the same questions too. Don't be embarrassed about posing a question out there for everybody, because everybody has questions. Some are just afraid to ask. So if you're going to ask, someone else might be like, oh, wow, yes, I'm waiting for the answer to this, because I had that same question. There is no such thing as a stupid question. Ask questions. All right, and our classwork. Really quickly, I just want to show you how it works. So okay, sorry for that interruption. Pappas is so loud. He just barged into my classroom. Okay, so as you can see, this is what the classroom looks like. It might look slightly different for you because I'm looking at it from a teacher perspective, but you'll still see the classwork the same. It stacks up the same on your page as it does on mine. So you can see that our weeks run from Friday to the following Thursday. And so next week's work will start this Friday. I will be teaching you about SWOT analysis and everything that goes along with it. And then these are the assignments that you'll have to go along. Once I create the PowerPoint, I'll do another video just like I'm doing for you right now, and I will post that up there. And I'll also post some reading material for you. So you can see that these are all assignments. There's no materials there yet. But I will have materials, extra materials, to supplement what it is that I'm telling you. So you can kind of have extra stuff. You know, not just listening to me, you're reading extra material and going a little more in depth. Okay. We went through what each of these little icons means. This is material. So you can see all I did was post the agenda for last Friday, just for your reference, so you can see it. And then I posted an assignment that I wanted you to do, and it wasn't worth any credit, but it really gave me some insight into what you guys are looking for and where you want to go. So that's going to drive where we go in this course. And this is the other assignment. My C6 have turned in. I just need to grade one more. This was a video, and then also a document that you had to submit. If you haven't watched it yet, I would suggest opening the document first. Anytime you have an assignment like this where there's a video and a questionnaire that goes with it, open the questionnaire first, look through all the questions, and then start the video. That way you know your ears will peek up and know what to expect and what to look for. Okay. Down here at the bottom, I put some COVID materials for you. We went over these in orientation. We went over this safety plan. You all received a copy of it in your folder. I believe Miss H and Miss D did a great job of going over that with everybody as they came in each day to do the maps. But I wanted you to have it here too, just in case you lose it or whatever, so you know what the protocol is for this strange COVID time that we're in. And then there's just a quick little PowerPoint here that breaks it down a little bit simpler, what's expected of you and what to expect of us for as far as safety and cleaning in the building, so that when you come into school, you're safe and we're safe. Okay. As we go through the year, the older stuff will push to the bottom, so you can see that this is upcoming next week, and then underneath that is last week. So, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. So, older material will be at the bottom, and newer material will be at the top. And if you have any questions about that, you just let me know, and I will be happy to help you. Submitting assignments, I can show you really quickly. It might look different for me, not sure. So when you open this assignment, you're going to have a little button up here that says turn in next to it. I created this assignment, so I don't have that. So once you finish answering all the questions, you can hit the turn in button that will appear right here, or you can go back to the classroom. 1 second, please. And you will see a turn in button at the side as well. It'll be over here in this corner. See, I can't show you that view because I'm a teacher, not a student. But you'll recognize it. It's the same button you'll see in the document. It's gray and it says turn in. But we can work on that as we go along. If you have any other questions, please drop a note to me here in the stream, and I will get right back to you. Thanks. See you soon. Friday, I hope.